Hello, my loves. As promised, yesterday I went live on Facebook in our Facebook group. Impromptu, didn't make an announcement. And then the battery for my camera began to run out. So I wasn't able to finish the project that I had started on live. I wasn't able to finish it yesterday. And I promised that I would record this for you guys so that you could view the finishing later. Um, Yesterday I did this front piece with the 3-layered flower, bird, stars, and then I later added stars and another flower, another bird's back with beads on both flowers. So that's the only thing that is not recorded, but if you watch the first part, it shows me creating the front part of this jar, then you know exactly what I did back here. What I want to do is give the jar a patina effect, patina look. So I got these Prima Art Art Extravagance Patina Effect Paste by Cinnabar. So I'm going to use these, obviously brand new in the box, never used them before. We'll see what I get with them. So I have no clue what I'm doing. But the first thing I want to do is paint paper clay. It's nice and dry. Paint it black. Get everything black. So just using my Paintbrush gesso, black gesso. We will paint again some more black onto this jar. And I'm really not looking for perfection here. Some of the white is showing, that's fine, because we have more layers of stuff to add on. And, you know, from the 6 zillion YouTube videos I've watched on these patina effects paste, there are some who paint everything totally black and some who leave some of the white showing. And the effect is nice either way. So some of my white is showing, then so be it. You guys know me. I get into the groove of things. I end up getting a little quiet. So if I get a little quiet through this video, that's fine too. I did make an announcement about going live on the YouTube channel for this. Because to be honest, the only reason I am live right now is so I can record this without having to record it myself and then edit the video and then upload the video and all that jazz. If I go live, it just goes straight to the YouTube channel and then you guys can have access to it. So if you happen to be awake and catch me live, welcome. But I really don't expect to have anyone show up. If you hear me humming or singing, just ignore it. Turn your volume down if I start singing, for real. Save your ears. And it doesn't matter that this paint isn't even. So I'm not painting the whole jar and all that jazz. Again, we've got 3 more layers of colors to put on here. Out of the Patina Effects paste kit. So this black is going to be pretty much covered up all the way anyway. So it doesn't matter. Just be happy and create. You know, this is for me, for my prayer altar, for my classes for 2021 that I'm taking for myself. So perfection is not anywhere close to an aim here. Not a product that I'm selling. Well, if I don't get it quite right, or even or nice and smooth, doesn't matter because it's mine. And for me, that just adds character. So glad I'm not trying to get all this white covered. I think that'd be a little tedious in between these flower petals. I'll do what I can, but I'm not trying too hard. It is what it is. Hope you all are ready for the holidays. Oh, means another 12 hours cooking for me for Christmas dinner. But I love cooking big holiday dinners for my family. We'll put some music on, but then I have to, since this is on YouTube, I have to have rights to the music. And I don't think any of you want to hear my son's beats that he makes, even though he makes great beats. Just not the kind of music I associate with creative work of this kind. So not rocket science here. Slap some gesso on the white pieces. I've been having loads of fun with this paper clay. Doing all kinds of things with it. Working on a fairy house in one of my art journals. That is going to be awesome. At least in my opinion, and since it's for me in my art journal, that's all that matters. It's my opinion. And I do apologize if you can't really see everything I'm doing. My hand is blocking some of the views. But that doesn't really matter because, again, I'm just painting black gesso. I think you guys can handle that without having to see it of me as a demonstration. Was live earlier today in my Facebook group. We did a page together in our art journals. Had fun. And everyone enjoyed themselves. One of them finished their project and posted it in the group. Beautiful painting in her journal. Again, the only thing I am trying to make sure is that there are no globs of black paint anywhere. Just don't want globs. All right. I think we're good with that. Of course, today I poured out too much black gesso. One moment. Hit the towel. I normally wouldn't wipe that up, but I just can see me making a mess somehow. All right, here's the part because I'm live that I can't cut out. So sorry in advance. All right. I think I've gotten everything dry. And like I said, there are so many YouTubers out there that have graciously shown us what they've done using these pastes. And everybody does it just a little bit different. So I think I'm going to draw from all of the different videos and combine them into my own thing and see what I get. Yes, I already have 2 jars of paintbrushes, and this is going to be jar number 3 of a set of paintbrushes waiting. Now there are 3 colors. It's blue, green, and then the bronze or brass, as it says here. I've seen people put the brass on all over and then go over it with the blue and the green. I've seen people put the green on first, then go over it with the blue, and then just highlight with the brass. I've seen people put the blue on first, then the green, then the brass. It's just, they just do so many different things. But I think that what I want to do, look at that beautiful color, is I'm going to take the brass, nice creamy paste, and those white areas, I'm going to hit those with the brass first. And like I said, I've never used these pastes before. As you saw, they were brand new in the box. So this is my first time using them. As you see, I'm not trying to be neat. If you know anything about patina, it happens on metal that is aged, has been usually underwater for a long time. So there's nothing neat and nice about it. I mean, it's a beautiful look. Don't get me wrong. But I'm saying it's not anything neat or nice about it. So I don't have to be neat and nice about my application. And a little bit goes a long way. Excuse me. My son is calling me from the other room. If he really needs me, he'll come in. I'm sorry, guys. My apologies. Okay. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. Did I say a little bit goes a long way? If I didn't, a little bit goes a long way. These little nooks and crannies are the business. But that's exactly why I wanted to put the gold or the brass, as it's called, in these nooks and crannies, because I know when I get to the blue and the green, at least the way that I'm going to apply them, I wouldn't be able to get into these little nooks and crannies either. So, taking the time to paint the brass on the white parts, I think is going to net me a great end effect. But we shall see. As they say, I can always just go paint over it black again, start from scratch if I don't like what I did. But I think I'm going to end up liking it. Of course, I'm using an old beat up brush to do this. And it's not so pointy anymore. So some of the little nooks and crannies, it's hard to get into because the paintbrush isn't pointy. But we will keep working with it. poor paintbrush, but it has served me well. And I had it for years. It's an inexpensive craft paintbrush and not one of my quote unquote professional quality ones. So I can't be upset about its sure demise after this project. It was already on its way out. All right, I think I've gotten most of that flower. I think that'll be the most tedious part because it was 3 layers. One little piece just doesn't want to get colored, so I shall leave it in its white state. It's just not that serious. I'm sorry if that was just off camera. Again, not rocket science. I would whistle while it works, but I can't whistle. Oops, I missed. Hmm. A little tired, but it is after midnight. One interesting thing will be to find out, even though this is a beat up brush, how bad these waxes are on your paintbrush. On Finnabar's channel herself, she tells you to use an old paintbrush. So use a good one. So I'm assuming they're going to be pretty harsh on them. This is a little tedious. But usually, the more tedious something is, the nicer it ends up coming out. So I have faith. This might end up being a long video just because of this part right here. Mhm. There's always the fast forward button. Since I'm live and not just recording and then editing and uploading. Can't help you in that part other than tell you to use the power of your fast forward button. I'm quite sure watching me paint these little nooks and crannies is pretty much like watching paint dry. And who wants to do that? If I wanted to watch paint dry, I wouldn't have a heat gun. Oh, laughing at my own self. Yes, I'm getting punchy. But the jar just kept calling my name and telling me, come finish me, come finish me. I decided to take it up on its offer. It's a nice color. But I already knew that from watching other videos that it was a nice color. Lots of sheen. One thing is because this process is so tedious and slow, just because of all the nooks and crannies, uh, by the time I finish painting all the places that need to be painted, it should be dry. I'll still hit it with a precursory heat, but not for long, because it most definitely should be dry by the time I get all the way around. This poor brush is taking the beating, but it also may look so bad because it's just caked up with all this wax. Really nice stuff. Really nice quality. Yeah, boy, brush is not in good shape at all after this. As you just saw by me rubbing it on my neck. Okay, missed one. Each time I go around, find another one that I somehow managed to miss. And you know it's good quality when this gold is covering up black paint. Brass, I'm sorry, I keep calling it gold. It's brass. All right, I think I'm good enough with that. Okay. Swishing that around in water will help it come back. Okay, so like I said, I've seen people put the green on first. I've seen people put the blue on first. And from my experience, from what I've seen, I like it when the blue is on first. So let me hit this real quick to make it look pretty dry. Dries really fast. So if I'm not mistaken, Cinnabar herself uses a stippling brush when she does it. I'm going to use makeup sponge. Look at that beautiful color. Oh, that's a beautiful blue. And we'll waste nothing, so we'll start with the little part I had to peel off anyway. Waste not, want not. Do up here too, because this is part of it. I guess I pretty well cleaned this off. Like I don't want a glob of it on there, but at the same time, I want enough of it on there. And see how with me dabbing it on there, I can't get into the precise areas. So that's why I wanted to put the brass down first, because a true piece of copper or metal that has been patinaed would show some of its metal. It would peek through. So that's the effect I was trying to get by covering up those white places with the brass color first. Um, this is got some nice texture in it all by itself. And then by me pouncing it on with this makeup sponge, that's creating more texture, which I am loving. And I love that it dries so quickly. I'm like, that's dry. Look at that. I love it. And I haven't even gotten to the green yet. This is really nice. And I love trying new things. This is definitely a first for me. But it definitely won't be a last for me either. And I'm not worried about covering up the black well either, because we still have yet another color to put on. And that'll help cover up some of the black too. And I like the black uh, peeking through. You know, I'm home all day long. I'm retired. Nobody texts me. Nobody bothers me. And as soon as I go live, see, my son has called me twice. Now I'm getting text messages. I can't win. Excuse me. But I'm having fun after midnight in my home art studio. And that's really all that matters. That I have fun. This is really nice. I really like it. And I'm glad that I chose to pounce it on and not brush it on and make it all neat and painterly like. Because patina, real patina, is not painted. Oh, and the texture. I have to go back and make sure I give a review of this product from once I purchased it. It's not new on the market, but it's new to me in that first time I used it. I'd heard of it before. I just had gotten around to getting my hands on some and giving it a go. And now finally I have, and I'm in love. Love. See, that's my problem. I love so many products. I did a panoramic view of my art space in here. You'd think that I ran a small boutique of supplies, which I don't. And I noticed that some people, it has like sand in or something in here, some kind of graininess in here, and people were rubbing it off. And I'm like, no, I love the texture. It's part of the charm of it for me. Great grit and texture. But to each his own. I'm a texture person. So I won't be rubbing anything off. It comes off on its own with me handling it after it's done. That's one thing. But I won't be intentionally rubbing anything off. Not this chick. This is nice. And I'm in a little slice of heaven right now. Okay. Gives it a good look. That just look at that. And now I'll come back in with the green. Okay. Let's see what happens when we add the green. I'm quite sure I'm calling them out of their real names. Mint green and blue, so I guess the only one I keep calling out of his name is the brass that I kept calling gold. Yes. Another beautiful color. And this one is even thicker and more grittier, is that a word? Than the blue. So let's get a fresh makeup sponge, because I don't want to contaminate the jar. Let's see what we get when we add some green in the mix. Mint green in the mix. Yeesh. This stuff is thick. Gotta sort of wipe and pounce at the same time. Love. Excuse me. Good thing I put my apron on. The grit is flicking everywhere. It's fine by me. I'm really liking what I'm getting. I just want to make sure I don't cover the blue completely all over. I know a lot of people would put the green on and then come back And hit it with the blue a little bit, which I will do as well. But I'm also consciously trying not to cover what's already there completely. Just layer it on. I have to say I don't particularly care for the smell of this stuff. That I'm getting all over myself. I'm patinaing myself at the same time. Oh, awesome. Awesome. I'm just in love with this. Oops. Turn it around and swirl it around in the camera and lost my place. Yes, definitely don't use your good brushes with this stuff at all. Makeup sponge like I'm using, stippling brush. As long as it's not precious, a precious, good paintbrush, then you will be okay. I don't know about y'all, but I don't have money to be not wasting, but buying new paintbrushes because I put them in patina paste. This is nice. And if you guys could feel the texture on this, oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm just gonna hit it again a little bit with some of the blue, just to bring the blue back forward. Just a little bit, just here and there. Right over top of that jar. I don't want the blue wholly in the background, and I don't want the green wholly in the foreground. Look at that, guys. This is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. At least I'm loving it. And I'm the only one that has to. That is so nice. So nice. Like I said, it dries amazingly fast. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That little piece was just a little bit too black for me. to look natural. You guys, look at this. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm on my right from my left. Trying to stay in frame for you. That is just so nice. So nice. And I don't know if you can see the crumbs on my mat, but that can kind of give you a sense of just how much texture is in this stuff. Oh my goodness. Oops, a little bit too much. Just spread her around. I'm just trying to get rid of right now what looks like obvious stamp marks from the brush. I mean, from the makeup sponge. That is beautiful, guys. All right, there we go. Not knowing my left from my right again. And to finish her off, I'm going to add a bit of gold on top in some areas. I just want to make sure that the blue and the cream is dry. So I apologize in advance. Like I said, it dries really fast. Anyway, I just wanted to hit it just to make sure. Now, when Finnabar does this herself, she just takes a little bit and uses her hand as a palette, and then just rubs it. Dry on my hand already. Just rubs it here and there, here and there. Okay. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? Oh, voila. A palette knife. Because I am afraid of contaminating my jar. I'd rather just put some out. So when I stick my finger in it, and my finger's a little crumbly from rubbing on this, I'm not sticking those crumbs back in the jar. This, ladies and gentlemen, is nice. Really, really nice product. Gotta make sure our bird has some gold on it. There's some brass on it. And you don't have to get every single thing on there. But I do want to make sure that there's a little bit, oops, like all around. And same thing with the jaw itself. Time to get some more. Dry already. Not a problem. I can get it off of the pellet knife. Just wanted to show how quickly it dries. I don't want to take out too much because I don't want to waste it. It's so nice. Am I out again already? They don't take the smallest little bit. But I actually think that I am done. I like that a lot. Oops. So here's my finished jar. And I'll go slowly. I just wish you could see or feel the texture. I love it. I love, love, love it. Get closer so you can see the texture. It's great. I give it 2 thumbs up. Thank you for watching. See you later, guys. Bye.